Here we got ace nine on the button. So we're definitely, if it's folded to us, we're definitely playing this here. I decided to lay it down probably because I didn't want to get, re-raise and run into a big. Now if I played this hand, I probably would. I'd probably raise it or even call, let him make some continuation bet in the flop and just call him, on the flop or get it in now. With Fossum so low, I wonder if if he can really fold. He might fold if I make it like 22,000, and then fold obviously if in raises me. But sometimes folding is just not so bad. Yeah, I had no money invested. I still have a great stack. At the time, I just thought that probably it was maybe I had some stats on the guy that he was really tight and figured that I didn't have the best hand. Sorry, let's go look at this ace-3 hand. Okay, so it's folded to me. I have an ace, and there again, my same raise. Irish shoves all in. So now this is the second time we've seen him do that. He's a good player. Probably, if he is, probably isn't. None of these guys are any good. I think the Matthias guy is familiar. I think he's good, but the rest of them are just idiots. Three betting like Irish Knight there is so good. If he's smart, he's realizing that I'm opening a lot of hands, I'm raising a ton, and that most likely I don't have much. So here I got some trays, make my same raise, and Peter Pan calls. Again, I'm going to make my same continuation bet if he checks. He shoves all in here, which is really interesting because you gotta ask yourself, if he had a big hand, is he going to check and hope that I bet? Because if I have nothing, I'm just going to fold my hand. He gets no value. So if he had something, he wouldn't be making this play. And I got a pair, not a very big pair, but I got a pair. So I probably snap call because I just figure this guy has nothing. I have a pair. He's got, 2 cards to come. You could easily have like, ace 10 or ace 5 or something like that. Jack 10 or spade draw is definitely in the, conceivable. So he's got, 2 overcards and open enders. So he's got a ton of outs. A good test would be to see if you know off the top of your head what are the odds right now. Who's the favorite, and what are the chances that I win, that my hand holds up. See if you can figure that out, like just in your head. And I'll tell you in like 2 seconds. It's interesting. See, I don't even know. I would assume that he's probably like he was like a 52-48 favorite. Let's evaluate it. Okay, he's 55-45. So he's the favorite. But we do have the best hand. In the long run, he'll win more often than we do. By a little bit. But we just run good. And it holds up, and Fossum just, moved up one in the money. He's happy. Here's another interesting one. Double shoves. Looking back now, I really don't like his shove because there's only one blind. So you're risking a lot to win a little less than normal. Why not wait till the next hand when there's, small blind, big blind, and the antes. So, not a huge fan of the shove, but I called. And I don't like my call. 30,000, I don't think he's shoving there with, King Jack or Queen Jack. So, was not a good call on my part. That being said, I guess I just figured that I'd probably flop a straight or something. Um, as it turns out, I don't, and I lose 30,000. Now, I do have such a nice stack that it doesn't really hurt me. But when he raises 12 big blinds there, or 11, whatever he had, he's not raising so wide that king queen offsuit is really a very good call, in my opinion. But let's look and see. I have king clubs, queen of hearts. Okay, and let's figure out this guy's hand. So, what hands is he shoving there with? Well, I don't think he's going to shove aces or kings. I think he's probably going to raise those hands, try and get some action. But let's say he does shove ace king offsuit, ace queen, probably ace jack, and probably, you know, jacks, tens, nines, eights, you know, probably sixes and sevens. Yeah, so we're just getting crushed, as you can see, by that, you know, by those hands. I'm not a fan of it, not a good play, but that's why we do these. So you know, I can learn, most importantly, and then you guys can learn from my mistakes. So you're welcome. You know, looking at the chip stacks again, you know, we have double the Drinking Buddy, who's in second place. So we got a nice situation going on here. Even with that, you know, bad play, because we had chipped up and built such a huge chip lead, we can get away with it. So again, you know, let's look at this raise here. I make it, I think, a little over 6,000. It takes it down. So, you know, let's look and see how much money I win when I do this. 1,500, 4,500, plus 2,800. You know, 7,300 in the pot. 7,300. And what do I risk? 6,100. So I'm actually getting laid a price, meaning that I'm getting better than what I'm risking. I'm winning more chips than what I'm risking. Where the average person making like 9,000. So they're laying a price. They're laying 9,000 to win 7,300. We're risking 6,000 to win 7,300. So I love our situation. And it's not like this guy is going to call me for, you know, 61, but will fold to 8,000. If they're going to play, they're going to play. If they're going to fold, they're going to fold. And we risk, you know, as least as possible. The reason I don't min raise, you might say, well, why don't you min raise? Well, the reason I don't min raise is that people have this attitude towards min raises, and maybe they start paying more attention. So this kind of looks like a normal raise. No one really thinking about the fact that it's a min raise. Okay, so here I make the same raise with 9-4 offsuit, and that's just because I want to steal the blinds, and I raise so many different hands that they can never really put me on anything. So when that guy leads out for 9,000, if it would have been heads up, I probably would have raised him, but with this guy behind me, I just give it up. I don't really want to get too involved. And here I pick up ace-king and get a walk. And that's just from being aggressive. One of the benefits of being aggressive is that you do get those kind of freebies because people don't really want to screw with you. So I tighten the screws up a little bit there. Just so that people have short memories, and I want them to remember that, okay, you know, if the last few hands I haven't done anything, they're going to think that I've tightened up or I'm, you know, not as wild and crazy as I really am. So here I make my raise and take it down. You know, free 7,300. Thank you very much. And another walk. So you see, like, this guy's not really screwing with me too much. You know, I think he probably should shove some of those hands. He has less than 10 big blinds effectively. And when I say effectively, if you don't know what that means, right now the blinds are really 2,500, 5,000. Because the antes, if you just take the antes and put them on the blinds, right? That's basically what they are. You know, we had 2,000 here is 5,000. We had 800 here is 2,300. So it's like 2,300, 5,000 blinds. So these guys only have like 8 big blinds. They think, oh wow, I got 12. No, you don't. You're not as good a shape as you think you are.